2 weeks, but I am back at 1700 Southwest 73rd Court Road, and we are this close to having this project completed. Now, the reason why I'm starting in this area right now is because in the last episode, on episode number 4, we talked a little bit about the walls, and if you haven't seen episode number 4, make sure you check it out. And if you haven't seen 3, 2, or 1, you know what to do. But we talked about the fact that this house was built in the 50s. And remember, there's no drywall in here. This is all like sheetrock and cement. So in order for us to be able to repair these walls, we had 2 options. One was going to be replace it. No, that was going to be way too expensive. Number 2 was going to be to use this texturizing, which we also call knockdown. This is not necessarily the traditional knockdown that is used. We've really smoothed this out. And the reality is that knockdown is kind of a thing of the past. It's not really the modern style that people like now. Everybody likes, pretty much smooth walls. But as an alternative, and according to our budget, this was going to be much more economical. And I don't think anybody's going to be really bothered by the walls. They came out really nice. The color looks really good. It really works well with our baseboards as well. And the color of this also matches and blends in with our new windows. So these are our hurricane impact windows. I also talked about this in the last episode, actually the last couple episodes, because we were prepping for these windows to be installed. Of course, we pulled the permit first, ordered all the material. When the material arrives, they go ahead and take out the old windows, which is really gonna mess up all of this area here. That's why we had to wait to finish all of the texturizing and the painting as well. But when the windows got installed, they obviously repaired all of these. We haven't really made a final decision on the window sills of what we're gonna do with this, but for all intents and purposes, these are all done. And what's nice as well is that we also, and what you wanna do if you're putting in hurricane impact windows, it only makes sense to put your hurricane impact doors in as well. So both the front door and the back patio door are both hurricane rated, and they're more modern. That front door is a more modern door that's really gonna blend in. And I'm gonna show you guys what we've done to the front entrance as well that really makes it nice. And the tile work and stuff that's out there kind of matches a little bit of the flooring that's in here. So we have our new vinyl floors that we have put in. You notice obviously the color of the sort of light gray gives it kind of like a wood grain. This is a little bit higher end vinyl. But this is, really the end, finishes on a house. When you put that flooring in, you've painted the house, it just looks completely different. As a matter of fact, when we pulled up to the house today, the neighbors across the street, they were like, oh my God, it's looking so beautiful now. So people are really noticing, the difference in the change in the house and the changes that we've made. So we've also made some other changes in regards to updating some of the electrical and things in the kitchen that you guys started to sort of see in the last episode, but I want to take you guys in there to show you what progress that we've made now. Now again, remember in the last episode, the kitchen was pretty much completed except for the appliances and the electrical that's done. So that's just one of the major changes from the last episode to now, and the progress that they've made is the electrician has pretty much completed the electrical. We have all the GFI outlets, which are required to modern building code. And we have also finished our recessed lighting as well. So if you remember too, from the previous couple of episodes, we were redoing the electrical in that electrical box because it used to be located here. In episode 1, we showed there used to be a window here. Well, we need to have our refrigerator here because the kitchen being this small, this was really the only place that it was gonna make any sense. And the electrical box was behind it. So every time if you blew a fuse or something, you'd have to pull the refrigerator out to get to your electrical box. So we moved that to the hallway. And at the same time, when we did that, since we had some of the walls and things opened up, we were able to then update the electrical, what we needed, which was our recessed lighting. So we have the recessed lighting here in the kitchen. We have the recessed lighting in the living room as well. And then once we put the appliances in, we'll install the faucet for the sink and then we'll be done. Now, I also wanted to just kind of show you because talking about permitting and stuff before, which we have our main permits posted on the outside of the house. I've talked about this in other fix and flip episodes on other projects that we do. You always want to make sure whatever permits that you're pulling, post those out front. That shows any code enforcement building officials when they're driving past, oh, okay, I do see that they are pulling permits, and usually, you know, they won't take another look. So these are permit copies that we always want to keep. You always want to have these on hand at the property, just in case. You never know when you're finishing some final inspections, which we finished the final inspection for the windows, and we've already closed that permit out, but we needed to have our documentation as well. So now that the kitchen is going to be completed, and you'll see on the next episode, when I bring you back in the final episode, you'll see the kitchen with all the appliances. But what I really want to show you now, what I've been excited about, is the front of the house. And I think that you're going to notice the changes right away. Let's go take a look. So this looks a little different than it did last time. Now, we had that, you know, old driveway that was here, but also we had the cement pad that went all the way. There's concrete that went all the way into the backyard. So we had to actually remove all of that in order for them to install this new designer driveway. But I love these driveways. I've seen these, you know, for years on HGTV, and I've always wanted to do them. We got a great price on this one too, and it came out really nice. And we will be doing new gates. We're not going to be keeping these old gates, of course. We will be doing new modern gates that they're going to finish that. They just wanted to go ahead and finish painting the house. That's why they removed the gate on this side. But we'll take care of all of that. Once we get the new gate on this side, we'll also put the new gate on the other side as well. And then, of course, we're going to be doing some landscaping, you know, on the side with all the new concrete work here. We're going to want to hide some of this. I mean, this isn't completely finished. We will finish this up and obviously put some new sod in the front yard that will look really nice. That's our curb appeal. When people pull up to the house, we want them to have that wow factor of like, wow, this house is beautiful. So this walkway is nice to connect to the driveway because there's no garage. So when you park your car here with the groceries and you walk into the house, if it had been raining, you don't want to walk through your yard. And we tied it in with having the same type of style of sidewalk that leads up to the house. So let's go look at the front patio and the work that we did there with the new tile work, making this curb appeal just really fantastic for this property. So again, it's always important to have that curb appeal. When people come up to your house, first impressions, a lot of people say you don't get a second chance. We had the old railing that was out here and the old tile work that was here as well. So we ripped all of that out. We decided to take the railing out completely instead of just painting it or tiling around it. And this new gray tile works really well, especially when you open the house and you see those vinyl floors that we put in that really matches the same kind of color. So, and you know, as well with the charcoal color that we've done on the accents of the house and the roof, it's really gonna, you know, it really ties it in and makes it really look nice. So, and with the modern new door and everything that we have in this front entrance, and having this new modern sidewalk that comes up to the property as well. So we have a few finishing touches. We have some landscaping we have to do. We have a few things in the interior that we have to finish, a few things in the backyard. Again, we have to kind of clean up a little bit of what happened when they installed this, this driveway, and we have to put in some new sod. But once we've done that, that'll take about another week. We will be completed with this house. We will put the house up on the market, and I'll bring you guys back for the final episode to not only see all of the final touches on the house as well, but I'm also going to give you guys what the pricing is, why we did that pricing according to the comparables in the area. Remember, we changed this from a 3-bedroom, 1-bath to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, so we're going to make a little bit extra money on it. So anyways, I hope you guys learned a little bit of something. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you didn't watch the previous episodes, make sure you go back and check them out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also on Facebook is where I release these episodes every single week. So that way you guys can learn a little bit about fix and flips on your own. So between now and the next episode, happy investing. I'm the Flip Coach.